obviously it's not coming from our government. Our government has embraced racism. Our government has embraced white supremacy, you know. And they've done that since its establishment. Um,
Yeah.
so that hasn't changed, despite the fact that we have been able to make some inroads, in the realm of civil rights, in the realm of gender equality, in the realm of, you know, human equality. But we have not chosen anti-racism as a country politically, legally, economically, in any way, really. And so ultimately, that's why when I was deciding what to do for my own self, I was like, okay, it's got to be grassroots. You know, I got to just go out there. Oh, a classroom doesn't want to have me. I'll build my own classroom. You know, there's no stage for me to have an event. I'll create my own stage. You know,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm at. You know, now it has. I've come a long way since then from those beginnings of thinking, you know, I could do well enough on my own, you know. um, I came from there to now I'm meeting a lot of different collaborators who are doing the same work that I'm doing, people who have the same values that I'm have, who are acting on those values as well, who have been through the same pathway that I'm traveling right now, and it's inspiring, you know. So even me as an older guy, you know, like someone getting up there slowly, um, you know, like even I'm being inspired by people who have come before me, and I've always been inspired by, you know, the legacy of my past, and and yeah, I hope to just continue acting and creating these spaces, letting people see what it means to live your values, and hopefully, um that inspires other people to inspire other people to live their values, and you know, we'll see how far we can take it, because ultimately, like, things change in an instant sometimes, you know.
Hmm?
Sometimes all of a sudden all the people who are pro Palestine, you know, and for Palestinian freedom and full human dignity, who have been talking about it for decades, suddenly the whole world's talking about it. I remember a lot of these people who have been, you know, talking about this for so long being like, I never thought I'd see this level of support
Mhm.
for a free Palestine.
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure.
so, you know, we just got to remember that this is a long journey. These are generational battles that we're fighting against extreme oppressive powers, um, that have all kinds of evil tools at their disposal that they're ready and willing to use and are using. And if we can accept that reality and we can still take action, then we've already won, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I think that's really important. Like I want to just kind of highlight something you just said, right? Like talk about kind of recognizing these evil powers that be, right? These and let's kind of break it down for what that really is. That that is other human beings or a usually a collection of other human beings who have their own personal interests that don't involve other groups of human beings. Um, and they go for what they want, they disempower others, and they do it with power and authority behind them. And so when that happens and they act under the color of law, so to speak, right? Um, like the level of manipulation and gaslighting that goes along with maintaining that power, it's unbelievable, right? And yet it's very human. And I think about these individuals who have that power. They're no different than me. They're a human being just like you and I. They're flesh and blood just like you and me. And they may have the color of law, and yet that is simply a human creation, that color of law, right? Um, and I feel like sometimes we can get caught up in authority. We can get caught up in governmental structures. We have to remember that our modern nation state and the iteration of governance that we see throughout the world is modern. What is it? Couple hundred years old, maybe 200-300 years maximum, if even that, right? All of these systems are simply creations by other human beings, and I think once we realize that, then it is empowering for us and disempowering for them, right? Because you know, okay, it's the United States government that is supporting this genocide. Doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that we should accept it. And the sooner we realize that that truth, that it is a human creation, right? And just because they have the authority, that it is a self-imposed authority. It is authority given to them by them, not some inherent authority, not some inherent chosenness, right? To be right, whether it's white supremacy, whether it's Jewish supremacy, whether it's any type of supremacy over another people, right? And the sooner we realize that, the more empowered I think we can be.
Yeah. Yeah. And the truth is empowering. It can be hard to hear, it can be hard to accept, but it's empowering every single time. Um, because when you're living by the truth, you only have to live by the truth. You only have to accept the truth one time. You know, you only have to
Yep.
accept the truth one time. Once you accept it, it's then the truth, right? And then you just build from there. So it goes back to what we talked about dispelling fear. You know, acceptance of the truth really is helpful for dispelling fear. And that can be what allows for you to feel empowered, to feel
Yeah,
like you can act, to feel like you can speak out, to feel like you can do something, to feel like you can make a difference.
100%.
Um,
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full length conversation and all of the 2 hour long, unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.